minutes of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Check, hurt. Check mash, check mash.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Ready.
Hooker now off play action. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
This is brought in at the 21. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. Looking to throw. Kincaid finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Throwing on first down. Kincaid. And his throw is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Second and 10. Back to throw. Kincaid. Addison hauls it in. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. That's caught downfield by Addison. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one goes for 24 yards. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. That's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. KJ Osborne, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he returns this to the 22. Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Go.
Now Hooker. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Lions at 4-3, a game over 500. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Hey, smash Broncos!
Hooker now on 2nd down. That is caught by Laporta. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Hey, check that, street. Ready?
Now a bootleg with Hooker, rolling to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Chop alert. Ready.
Montgomery back to the ground. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Here we go.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Hooker, he's going to move him around a little bit here.
No. Ready.
Gibbs. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Patterson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kincaid. This is caught by Addison. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Off the play fake. Kincaid. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Check Bobcat.
Hooker on 1st down. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 37, here's 2nd and a couple. And now they'll shift things around. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that. And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Off play action. Here's Hooker out to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Let's go now.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Bronco 80.
Throwing. Hooker. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Right there, Hurt. Ready, ready.
Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. So left side, it's complete. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown, 31 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Back out there to send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Now is 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Kincaid. And this is going to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Kincaid. That is caught. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. stamper. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. To throw on second down. Kincaid. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On first down, Kincaid. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, 39 yards. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Panther Street! Panther Street! Ready?
Looking to throw. Hooker. That's complete to the corner. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Hooker to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Come on.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
3rd down, Hooker looks to throw it. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go.
First down throw here. It's Hooker. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Lion. Cowboy 80. Hey.
Hooker now on first down. Right side to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Cup 19.
Again, it's Hooker looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Let's go now.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Check mash. Ready.
Hooker's going to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Patterson's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
At their own 36-yard line.
A final shot before break. Kincaid. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the 1st half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have the control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Off the bootleg, Kincaid. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throw left side taken in by Jefferson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Ready, ready.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 6. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 69 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Now Hooker going to chase things up a bit. On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And now they'll audible to something else.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18, Pioneer.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Hooker. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Patterson's kick is good, and they have regained the lead. That's his third field goal now in the ball game, and they needed his leg. This last one gives them the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
So from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
On second down now, Stamper, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
From the gun on third down, Kincaid. And that will be incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone. Taking it right down Broadway. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 96 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Down the left sideline, and finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 44 yards. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Stamper, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Kincaid. And he's got this to Jefferson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a handoff up the middle. Stamper. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Joseph connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st and 10, Hooker. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, it's Hooker. That's caught by Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Tap the 60, tap the 60.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Okay, great.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Go, Reed, go. Ready.
Now Hooker. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Ready.
He's got it to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, smash Broncos.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, my goodness! They were in field goal range, but it's intercepted. intercepted. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
What a call right there. That is so well executed offensively. A massive play in this game. And now all of a sudden, they are in field goal range. And with a chance to walk out of here winners.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. They'll try the left side. Stamper. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Stamper, and room there to work it inside the 25. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Here's 1st and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Tension building. Here's Greg Joseph. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Minnesota, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.